and peace, you guys. Welcome back to Unshakable with Chapman as we discuss all things social, cultural, political, and theological from a biblical perspective. I'm your host, April Chapman, and welcome to today's show. All right, you guys, I've been sitting on this. I have been sitting on this for several days because I needed time to watch all of the unhinged, low IQ, emotionally fragile people. I needed time to just sit back and watch them chimp out. Okay. No pun. Actually, the pun is intended with that one. I have been watching not just blacks. I've been watching white folks chimp out as well. And I want to talk about the up next reel video that was inadvertently appended to the other video that Donald Trump posted on his Truth Social. So, first thing we're gonna do, I'm over it. I'm over all of the fake outrage, the white splaining, virtue signaling, the who I'm an ally, look at me. I want to tell Donald Trump that he's mean and bad when he does something wrong. And the blacks that already hated him, that just needed another reason to double down in their inferiority. And then the other ones who just want to appeal as if they have some sort of moral superiority. Like, I got smoke for everybody, including every weak-kneed, jellyback black conservative who felt like they needed to apologize for Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a whole grown man. And I don't know why we always feel the need that we have to do that, but I got smoke for everybody, okay? So a couple of things, let's just get it out the way. I'm prepared to lose subscribers over this. I am. You know why? Because this is how I feel. And it's my opinion and it's my platform. So if you don't like my thoughts and opinions, and if you want me to be as angered and outraged as you are, that's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So let's first give some context to what actually happened. Okay, what actually happened is Donald Trump was doing what Donald Trump always does, is he shares videos and content and memes and posts on his social media platform, Truth Social. And what I find so rich and interesting about this is that the emotionally unintelligent, low IQ people who always demonstrate that they have an inferiority complex completely missed the overarching point that was originally conveyed in the content that was shared. So we got to look at this content first before we even get to the mishap or the misstep or whatever you want to call it. So let's take a look at this.
Initiated by a court order, the Michigan investigation team obtained forensic access to a DS200 tabulator, the machine that counts the votes. A Telit 4G wireless chip manufactured in Taiwan was discovered embedded into the motherboard. The voting machine tapes clearly indicate modem engagement and transmission of election data. Some of the anomalies that we noticed in the 2020 general elections, that 5 key states all stopped counting at a certain time in these key battleground states. These were all where the software, Dominion machines, ES&S machines were used, the Smartmatic, the GEMS software. So when the vote stopped counting, and this has been noted in other countries as well, President Trump was significantly ahead. When reporting and counting resumed, there was a massive spike occurred that favored Joe Biden.
Now, as you can see, now let's go back. A 1 minute and 1 second video about the integrity of the voting machines and the chip and the tabulator, and how in swing states the voting stopped counting, particularly in Georgia, and how votes for Joe Biden had stalled and Trump was winning, and then the vote stopped. Like, nobody engaged with that critical piece of information that demonstrates that there is a piece of hardware in these machines that was discovered to have impacted the result of the 2020 election. Instead of us focusing on that, now I do video for a living, okay? I do screen records. I have to edit on the fly. And typically, if you're trying to edit a video and you're trying to keep it under 1 minute, and particularly if you're screen recording it and you're trying to, cut it off from your phone, you might inadvertently get aspects of the next video that automatically plays. And sometimes your accuracy is not as accurate if you're on the phone. Hear me clearly. I'm making excuses for Trump. Trump is grown. I wish the whole video would have played. I really do. Why? Because it was funny. And I wanted to see the whole video, but couldn't. So I had to go and find the whole video for myself because I was like, well, what is this? This is funny. I love jokes and memes that make fun of Joe Biden. I even like the ones that make fun of Trump. Like, I'm an equal opportunity offender. I love when people do the Trump hands and, they imitate his voice. It's funny. Okay. When they put his face on something else or somebody else, it's funny. No one seems to care. So here's what happened. This is the end frame where Barack and Michelle's faces are transplanted onto some animals. Now, here's the first question I want to ask. This one is for the pro wokety woke blackety black crowd who I told y'all thought I was joking when I said these people absolutely do believe they are inferior. They are the ones with an inferiority complex. They're the ones that actually do believe that white people are superior to them and that white supremacy is real because they always put themselves in a subordinate position in relationship to white folks. This is the reason why I said it, because when I saw this, not one time did I ever internalize that these two jokers' heads being placed on some monkeys implied that I too must somehow be a monkey. I never inserted myself into this meme. I didn't see myself in this meme. Not one time did I ever say, well, because this is that, then it must apply to me also. The only people who think that way are the ones that are super insecure. They already have an inferiority complex. They believe white people are supreme and superior, and they are perpetual victims. They will find anything in order to ameliorate their loser mentality and their inability to compete and just do good and to be better people. They will always try to find and point to see how they think about us. How do you live your life spending this much time obsessed with how people see you? And two, half of y'all don't even like the Obamas. Some of y'all believe she's an actual man, and some of y'all absolutely are convinced that he a whole sodomite, a straight ankle grabber. You don't have no love, affinity, or affection for this man. So when people were calling him a sodomite, and because he's black, did you somehow be like, well, they must be saying that me as a black man is gay too. And if you are a woman that happens to be of tall stature, when people were calling Michelle Obama Michael, did you somehow internalize within yourself that you might be a tranny too? Like, we don't apply this logic to any other circumstance. So the question is, I don't give a darn that there is some historical precedent where black people have been portrayed as apes. Are you an ape? Are you an ape? Are you a chimpanzee? Are you a monkey? If the answer to that question is no, why are you trying to make this about you? Ain't nobody thinking about y'all. And even if they are, let's just say that as a default position of accepted truth, that most white people absolutely do believe that black people are monkeys. What the heck does that have anything to do with how you view yourself and what you believe about yourself? Because I'm telling y'all, when I saw this, I didn't insert myself into this meme at all. I sat back as a spectator and I watched it and I laughed. As a matter of fact, we about to watch the whole meme right here on the show, and I'm going to laugh some more. And I'm going to point out how funny it is. And then I'm going to point out how hypocritical and goofy some of y'all are. Absolutely. Oh, I got to smoke today. You're going to be so mad at me for making you feel this small, as you should, that you're going to do one or two things. Either you go apologize to yourself and be like, you know what? This is stupid. I'm really silly for being mad at this man who didn't even make the meme. And your argument might be, but it was still careless. Why? Why was it careless? It's a joke. People make jokes about him all the time. You know what he does? Because he don't really give a darn what y'all think about him. He laughs. But it demonstrates the weak-minded mindset, the emotional immaturity, and the low IQ. The person that is easily offended by everything is because whatever it is that other people believe about them, they really do believe it about themselves. This is why can't nobody take you serious. This is why you will remain at the bottom. Because if it takes something as simple as a whole meme to wreck your whole life, to ruin your whole weekend, and to have you chimp out, outraged, and ready to leave the country, wherever you want to go, please go back. You ain't fit to be an American. You ain't built for this. You don't have the testicular fortitude to even adult on your own if this offended you. We're going to watch the whole thing. And then I'm going to give my commentary on all the Republicans who were like, I like Trump, but this was bad. And him should apologize because it's racist. It's only racist if you have internalized and that you believe as a deeply held presupposition that black folks actually are monkeys. Who the racist now? You see, because I was made in the image of God. I'm not a secular humanist. I don't believe in Darwinism or evolution. My worldview doesn't leave room for the possibility that I derive from these lower ordered primates such as monkeys or chimps or orangutans. I don't believe that. So if you're a Christian and you're trying to convince me, well, historically they depicted black people as monkeys, okay. Are you made in the image of God or in the image of these animals? Which one is it? Pick your struggle. Either you claim the name of Christ and you believe what God has spoken about you. Even the angels marvel at how we are the highest pinnacle of God's creation. And you are out here upset because a joke, a meme depicted two godless heathens put their faces on some monkeys. Mind you, it's other people's faces who've been put on some other kind of animals, but ain't nobody gonna say it. We gonna talk about how hypocritical and inconsistent you are, because Joe Biden's face was depicted on a whole monkey too with a banana in his hand. Nobody is saying anything about that. You're unserious. You were looking for a reason to be outraged, and you just wanted to stand on a high horse. So you be like, see, when he does things wrong, I can call him out too. He was wrong and racist for that. This is not a good look. Donald Trump, don't you dare apologize, because you ain't do nothing wrong. This ain't your meme. It wasn't your meme. You didn't make it, but I bet you laughed like I did. Why? Because you got a sense of humor. You don't take yourself too serious, and you can laugh. We can laugh. It's the emotionally unintelligent, low IQ, inferiority, complex-minded people that stay rage-baited over everything. But you're accountable for nothing. You ain't never accountable for anything you do. This was the most dumbest controversy that I've probably seen of all of 2026. And y'all gonna just milk it. Go ahead. Milk it, unfriend me, talk about I don't care, it's wrong, as a Christian, it's not right. It's a joke. It's a joke. Save me the theatrics. Who are you trying to pander to? Your black friend? Who are you trying to pander to? All of the black people who keep saying he's racist. It doesn't matter what this man does or says for them or to them. He will never be able to repair his image in their mind until they're ready to open up their eyes and see him for what he is. So I don't spend my time being an apologist for Trump because I already know it doesn't matter what he says. It doesn't matter what he does. He can cut him a check tomorrow for $2 million and they'll still say he's racist. They'll still say he's a white supremacist. So if someone has already made up in their mind they have a position or a view about you, it is what it is. That's like me trying to convince people who are dead set in their mind that I'm X. I'm not convincing you. I'm not going to argue a straw man. It is dumb. It is fruitless. Let's watch this video. Oh, let's watch this video. This bad boy was funny. Is that not Joe Biden? Not only he got on a clown nose, looks like a banana in his hand, monkey. I think it's a chimp or an ape, maybe. I don't know. I don't know like all my primates like that. And Kamala's face is on a turtle because she's slow, right? Because she just slow, and you just be like, she gonna catch up. No, not really. This was funny. To me, this was the funniest part. It was the funniest part because they're pictured together. He got this banana in his hand and she a turtle. Did nobody say nothing about that? Here's my point. I need all of the biracial, the Indian, Jamaicans upset. And the white men, you need to be upset. You need to be outraged. How dare they depict a white man with a banana in his hand as a monkey and a biracial Jamaican Indian woman as a turtle? And a turtle, a reptile? What you trying to say? She a snake? Or a form of a snake? Wait a minute. Turtles, I think turtles are reptiles. I don't know. Are turtles reptiles? Let's find out. Are turtles reptiles? Are turtles, oh, I can't spell. Turtles, reptiles. I think they are. No, yes! Turtles are reptiles, not amphibians, distinguished by their bony shells, scales, and lungs for breathing air, even aquatic species that must surface to breathe and lay eggs on land. They are ancient vertebrates. I need all of the Jamaicans and the Indians. Y'all need to protest and crash out. Please. I need you because they trying to say y'all slow and slithery. Didn't nobody say nothing about this. You're unserious. I waited several days. I let all the slow retarded people who just wanted attention, I just let them go. And finally I put my post up late last night because I was like, y'all are so unserious. Y'all are so unserious. The whole video basically that Trump shared was so way more important and impactful. But the low level thinking, the low IQ minded people focused on this, including Republicans. So I got smoke for y'all too. Let me finish. Are not funny. I'm sorry. So let me guess. Every fat, overweight white woman all over the country, are they offended too? You offended too? So now we got to rub your back and issue an apology for you too? Or all men? If anything, the ape, chimpanzee, and monkey coalition should be offended that they were associated with the Obamas, not the other way around. They really should. It's a meme. But let's just say, why don't you just come out and just say, they got you. They emotionally rage baited you and you fell for the trap. Some of y'all just need to get off the internet for the next couple of days because you out here looking so stupid. So stupid that you can't even laugh at a joke, and that you thought that Donald Trump made this and posted this and put it out there for public consumption when y'all know that man is obsessed about the results of the 2020 election because he believed he won. And this, what played after that was the next up reel, and whoever screenshotted it or screen recorded it didn't cut that part off. But you know what? We thought more of y'all. We thought more of y'all that y'all would be like, oh, that's all this is. It's no big deal. I guess we got to try to dig up under another rock or another nook and cranny to find some signs of racism. Y'all got to go make it up. You got to manufacture the racism. But let me address something else. Let's say that Donald Trump made the meme, and let's say he posted the meme. Let's just say that. Here's my question to you. Why do you need this man to love you? Why you need him to love you? Why do you need him to like you? All you need to be concerned about is that whatever he campaigned on, if it's not hurting you, that he fulfills his campaign promises. But you are not in a relationship with this man. He is not your pastor. He is not your baby daddy. He is not a potential spouse or a husband. Like, you don't even have to work with him. He ain't even a co-worker. He is a public servant occupying an office. And the question you need to ask yourself is, are these policies that not only align with my worldview, but are these policies good for America? Even if he posted this and is a racist, my question is, why do you care? Why do you believe that you were that important? That a man who doesn't know you by name, you're demanding that he love and accept you, when the only one that you need to be concerned about pleasing and caring what they think about you is God alone. I don't lose sleep worrying and wondering, oh, does he love me? Does he like me? We knew for a fact that Joe Biden didn't like black folk. But that wasn't enough to keep some of y'all from voting for him. And to be consistent, who cares? I don't need none of these politicians to like me or love me. I need them to do the job I hired them to do. And as long as the actions and their outcomes are producing the results that I want, I don't need you to love me. I don't need you to like me. I don't need it. I'm a well-adjusted human adult, and it is not required. My self-esteem, my dignity, my essence, and my worth is not tied to how a politician feels about me or my community. I ain't even thinking about how the community feels about me because it's of no consequence to me. I am concerned with how God views me, my children, and my spouse. That's it. That is the extent of the people whose opinions about me I allow to influence and affect my day or affect my life. So that's my question. Even if he had posted it, why do you care so much? I say that because I get people in my comments all the time like, he don't even like you. And I be like, ooh, listen to yourself. You think I need him to like me? My question is, what is wrong with you that you believe that that is a requirement? Why is that something that matters that much to you? You really need to seek help for this inferiority complex and its inability to function unless a white man, a powerful white man, approves of you. He's a funky, stinking image bearer in need of a savior just like you. So why is his opinion of you matter so much? You know why it matters? Because you always trying to please your master. That's why. It is the liberal progressive mindset that is always seeking to please their master. I told y'all, Democrats are masters looking for slaves. They want to feel superior to you. And they do it because they know you're always looking to take the subordinate position. But no, not me. Not me. No, not never. No. They're nobody to be equal to, in my opinion. So I don't care if they like me or love me. I need the policies and the outcomes to be consistent with what I asked them to do. It's that simple. You guys have a very unhealthy relationship with other image bearers who have no bearing on whether you can do what you're supposed to do and do right by your family and live in accordance with God's righteous standard. Some of you are so fake. You're so fake. Your outrage is misplaced, misguided, and it's silly. It makes you look weak. It does. Here's something else that I thought about. When I saw Joe Biden's face on the monkey, I asked myself, I said, how come white men everywhere are not protesting and are outraged and saying that it was despicable and demeaning for Joe Biden's face to be on a monkey? And don't give me, well, historically, white men haven't been portraying this monkey. It don't save me. Here's the point. They're not offended because Joe Biden, the individual, being depicted as a monkey is not a representation of all white men. I don't know now one white man that felt personally attacked and offended because one white man's face was put on a monkey. My question is, why are you? Why do you view yourself as a collective that putting Barack Obama and Michelle Obama's face on a monkey somehow is representative that must mean that you too are a monkey? No other ethnicity thinks like this. They just don't. They're just like, well, that's not me. They're not speaking about me. And they're able to sit back and look at the joke for what it is and just laugh. This is why I am convinced that there is a mental deficiency that you, the individual, have internalized. And it's because you've never assimilated and viewed yourself, one, as an American, or even as a believer. You've not affirmed your identity being hidden in Christ. And it's because you've worn and you've lived this life with your ethnicity being the most important thing about you, that it defines how you live and see the world. And that is so problematic, especially if you are a Christian, because it is your Christian identity that is supposed to be the one that you're known for. So many of us, the idolatry of the melanin and the skin has created such blinders that we don't even realize when we are overemphasizing and majoring on things that are so minor. So minor. Now to Tim Scott. I don't give a darn. Listen, I like you, Tim. I really do. We're grateful that you are the only Black senator on the Republican side. And I get maybe you did and came out and said what you said for politics because you're constantly looking for the approval of the other blacks who call you an Uncle Tom and who call you a seller. I don't know. I don't understand why you care what these people think about you, but they'll never accept you, Tim. They're never going to like you. They're never going to let you come to the cookout. I don't know why you want their funky food anyway. You didn't have to do this to score points with these people because they'll never let you settle the score. They won't. So why pander to them? If this is the most racist thing you've seen come out of this White House, first of all, it didn't come out the White House. It just didn't. And why did you feel the need that you had to speak on it? You don't speak for me. You don't speak for all black people because some of us thought it was funny. And I don't believe there was anything that he needed to apologize for. If your sensibilities and your feelings can be this injured, it says more about you than it does the end frame of the video. Because like I said, not one time have I ever viewed myself as a monkey or an ape or a chimpanzee, and I've never equated that with black people. Perhaps it's me. I thought more of black people. I view them as image bearers, made in the image of God. Now, we jacked up and got a whole lot of issues. But my default assumption isn't, oh, well, when you see that they think we monkeys, maybe they think you a monkey. But I don't think that. I've never internalized such a stereotype about myself. So that tells me some of y'all really believe it's true. So because white folks depicted you this way, you internalized that about yourself, and now it's opening up a very painful wound. Him feelings is hurt. Some of y'all, they don't even have helmets that they can make to protect y'all from the foolishness that you allow yourself to be angered by. How you let something this simple impact your day to where you felt the need as a sitting U.S. senator that you had to make a whole post about it? That was disappointing. Now I've talked to friends about it. They were like, it's politics. He know Donald Trump ain't racist, but he had to do this so he could show a little street cred, and it was just politics. It might be. This one, I'm not cut out for politics. Because I would have been like, Don, let me tell you something. I ain't apologizing. Yeah, I'm not taking it down either. They need to cope. What is right? No, I ain't got time to be focused on no foolishness like this. No. I don't know how to play politics like that. I would have been like, y'all really didn't think this is funny? Oh well. Maybe I got a wicked or twisted sense of humor. Maybe some of y'all might be like, you're too unloving, you're too hard. Maybe. But my world didn't crash when I saw it. I thought it was funny. And I'm trying to figure out why so many people, they knew it was funny too, but the politically correct response was to be, this is reprehensible and it must be disavowed. How could Trump? When I'm like, y'all didn't think this through. He didn't make the meme. It was the up next screen because the next video that played after this, and somebody just didn't cut it off. But an emotionally intelligent person would be like, okay, it's really not a big deal, but it sure was funny, right? But y'all just want to be mad. You need some joy. Some of you need to find an outlet because social media is you need an outlet. I don't know if you married, go love on your spouse. Go get some. Go do something. But this is ridiculous. This meme really revealed the futility of some of our minds. It really did. And I hate that I had to make this video, and I hate that I had to give smoke for all parties involved. But I've seen white people that I love and that I know that I was shocked that they were demanding, or one, that they were saying that this was wrong and that they were demanding that Trump apologize, is because they feel that they actually have to protect the blacks because we are so weak and emotionally sensitive that they got to come in and step and play referee for us. I don't need you as the white person to step up and be an ally. That's what leftists do. Me as a black woman and as a conservative and as a Christian or as anything, I don't need white people to play pass interference for me because you believe that my feelings are hurt and that I'm offended. So you gotta, hold up the bloodstained banner as if you're my ally. No, I want you to objectively look at something and you know in your heart of hearts that the meme was funny and that it wasn't racist, but you felt pressure. You felt pressure to come out and say something and stand up for what is right because somebody put a battery in your back and made you feel that way. You don't have to do that for me. I don't want you to be that kind of friend. I want you to be the friend to be like, you sure are sensitive. You ain't think that was funny? Because like real friends be like, yo, that was funny. That was really funny. Why are you taking yourself so serious? Or why are you internalizing this and making this meme about you? Like, you ain't in the meme. The meme was about Democrats and Donald Trump being king of the jungle. Because it really is like a jungle working with these people. Y'all, Hakeem was a meerkat. Like, that was funny. And I'm trying to remember who the white girl is that was she a pig? Oh my gosh, that was it was just funny. AOC was in it. The only person they didn't put in it that they should have put Jasmine Crockett in it. But Lord have mercy, we'd have to cancel Christmas over that one. So that's the other thing that I wanted to mention that was funny to me and that made me realize that I was like, people are not honest. They are only coming out saying something because they feel like they got to be an ally. And it makes me wonder, maybe you do believe Donald Trump really is a racist. Now, we know he's a lot of things. He's reckless with his mouth. You know what I'm saying? He says what's on his mind. Sometimes he doesn't think before he speaks. All of those things are absolutely true about him. He's got a whole lot of narcissistic traits about him. That is true. But a racist, he is not. But I can tell you, if I were Trump, after everything that I've done to demonstrate or try to prove that I'm not, I'd be like, I'm done. I'm done proving myself to you people. Like, to hell with all of y'all. Like, I think, is it next week? They're having a Black History Month celebration at the White House. I'd be like, just cancel it. Just cancel it. Because no matter what gesture I take to demonstrate and extend an olive branch, these people are going to think what they want to think about me anyway. So my suggestion is, Don, if you're doing it and you're just doing it at the kindness of your heart, the people that are for you are for you. And then the ones that will try to jump on an opportunistic, take the opportunistic position to try to impugn ill motive and say it's not a good look. It's not a good look to the emotionally weak. And here's the thing. I think more of my people. Y'all claim that it's self-hatred and I hate blacks. I really think more of us. I don't believe that we are monkeys or animals. But to be honest, there are some aspects of Black hip-hop culture. I've called y'all pavement apes. I have, because that's how y'all act. That is true. But that's a behavioral descriptor. Like, I call female imbeciles who can't manage their misery, I call them orangutans. You don't have to be Black to be an orangutan. I've called Hillary Clinton an orangutan because it's a behavioral descriptor. Just like pavement apes, those inner city, unruly, unmanageable, undisciplined urban dwellers that run around like the teen takeover. I was like, yeah, they running around acting like a bunch of pavement apes. Behavior descriptor. Now, if there was some Hispanic kids or some white kids acting like that too, I'd call them pavement apes too. Here's the point I'm making. The imagery demonstrated in that video is only offensive to those who have an inferiority complex and they believe that about themselves. But there were so many of us who, when we saw that, not one time did we think of ourselves in that context. We were just like, I really didn't get it. I was trying to understand what the whole outrage was about. And when I saw the whole thing, I still couldn't be outraged. And I was like, y'all not gonna make me, you can't make me be angry over this and outraged. I'm not. Maybe I just work too hard to protect my own peace. I don't know. But listen, that's pretty much all I had to say about this. I don't know. Listen, let me know what you think. If you don't like my commentary, my opinion on it, I get it. But nothing about this is going to convince me that the meme itself is racist and that therefore it makes Donald Trump racist. But even if you do believe the meme is racist and Donald Trump is a racist, my question to you is, so what? Are his policies and what he's doing to and for America hurting you or helping you? Because I can absolutely point to the policies of the last administration of the actual avowed racists that did hurt you and harm you. And we're still being hurt and harmed to this day, i.e. he opened up the border and let all these people in here. Inflation, cost of housing, the waste, fraud. It's ridiculous. So if you're still on the square, but I think it was racist and I'm just the square and the hill I'm going to die on, fine. Internalize the hurt. Go cry me a river. The question still remains. Who cares if he's a racist? So him in the White House being a racist, how is that impacting you and your family directly? Because if the policies he's not implementing are not hurting you and they're not racist, then who cares? Racism only has power over those who give it power. Racism has never had any power over me. Never. And I am not about to let it start. I'm just not. You can't make me be like, he's a racist. And I'm going to be like, you's a fool. So what? I don't care. Racism ain't never bothered me. Because they ain't going to mess with me, touch me. They not going to do nothing to my family. Other than go over there and just be racist. I don't even want to be around you. If that's the case, fine. Okay. But to have racism be the thing that immobilizes you and triggers you and just keeps you from functioning in the world, that says you're weak. Something's wrong with you and you need to seek help for that. So, until next time, you guys, stand firm, stay bold, and above all else, stay unshakable. Grace and peace.